Hi, my name is Tamara, and you are watching Things Even a Monkey Should Know. Thanks so much for joining me again today. As you know, if you've watched a few of my other videos, I am not a professional at this do-it-yourself stuff. I'm just a girl who has figured out that there are a lot of things around the house and out in the yard and on my cars that I can do myself that can save me a fair amount of money, and hopefully now I've saved you some too. So today I looked around my kitchen and I realized, well, and I'll show you this more, I have a very beautiful kitchen, but you open the cabinets and there's horror and chaos inside. So today I'm going to be installing some shelves, rolling shelves inside my cabinets. So let's get doing it. So this might be the fewest things ever that we've ever needed for any of the videos. Today, what you'll need is a drill and a driver. You can have your drill and your driver be both one and the same. I just happen to have two because I don't like changing my bits out so much. You'll need a pencil, and you will need shelves that you have ordered or bought that fit inside of your cabinet. And of course, I'm sure you realize you will need to have measured inside of your cabinet prior to purchasing these. And you need to remember whenever you make the measurements that you need to have enough room for the hinges in your cabinets so that your shelf doesn't hit those or your things don't hit those. And also for clearance for your doors. So my cabinet's measured, I believe, 23 by 18 and a half. Well, that didn't mean that I wanted to get a 23 by 18 and a half shelf. I wound up getting a 21 by 17 inch shelf, and it should fit perfectly. So I suppose you realize whenever I said shelf just a minute ago, I meant rolling drawer. I keep saying shelf instead of rolling drawer, but anyway, you want to get the appropriate size rolling drawer. And something that's really great about these is they're a pretty easy install. And so even if you live, if you rent somewhere, you know, you live in an apartment or you're renting a home or something, and you're constantly feeling frustrated with having to reach way back in the cabinets to try to get to stuff, this would be something that you could totally do because it doesn't take very long. It'll make your life a whole lot easier. And then when you move, they're not hard to take out either. And of course, holes are not hard to patch. So, the first thing I need to do is I need to get my cabinets unloaded. So, is it totally embarrassing unloading all of my messy junk for you guys to see? Why, yes. Yes, as a matter of fact, it is. But it is something that has to be done. So now my cabinets are clear. I'm going to wipe them out, and then we'll get started on actually putting in the rolling drawer. So you'll notice that I took out the cabinet shelf in this side. I did it on that other side too, because I think it'll make it easier for me to install the rolling drawer down here in the bottom, and I can install it on the shelf when it's at the second shelf whenever it's out of the cabinet, which I think will make it a whole lot easier to do too. So do these rolling shelves or rolling drawers, do they have instructions with them? Yes, they do. And what I am doing is I'm just showing you how easy it is to install them so that you won't feel intimidated by them, because there's no good reason to be, because they're super easy and you'll be really glad that you did this. So I was about to put that one in backwards. They tell you on here, it says front, and tells you which direction that goes. The company that makes them very kindly sent this little alignment guide. So you're supposed to have it, the front of this bar, 2 inches from the front of your cabinet. So there's that. And then also they said it should be 2 inches, a minimum of 2 inches from each side. So I have plenty of room to spare. but I do want to make sure that it is even, because you don't want your drawer installed crooked. So you can either get a tape measure and measure it, or if you just have something like this, actually I want mine to be a little bit further away from the hinge side, just to make sure, or from the door side I should say, just to make sure that everything fits well. So that is not even at all. That looks better though. And again, 2 inches, let's make sure, yeah, I'm still 2 inches over there. So before I even think about setting it in there permanently, I'm gonna grab the drawer that goes on it, and I'm gonna align it with the holes that it's gonna go into. As you can see, there's holes all here. And I'm just gonna set it on those holes and see if it fits properly into the cabinet, which it does. And it won't bump the door as it comes out. And I'm going to dislodge you from the tripod. Hopefully I don't make you sick doing this. Sorry if I do, look away. But I just want you to see how it fits in there. So it's straight, and now all I need to do is mark the little holes where I need to drill, and I'm going to pre-drill for the bottom piece. I guess that's called the track. I'm going to carefully remove this drawer so as not to bump my perfectly placed track. I'm going to grab my pencil, which I just had. Those are so easy to misplace. Oh, I was sitting on it. And for my size drawer, there's 2 hole options on each one. For my size drawer, I want the hole that is closer to the track. And while you don't necessarily have to do these back 2 holes, I think it's better to have them secured back there so that whenever you pull your drawer out, it doesn't even consider tipping forward. Because I know you saw I had a big heavy mixer that's going to be sitting in here, and whenever I pull this out, I don't want, whenever I go to get that mixer, I don't want the whole thing to go whoop and dump everything out on me. That would not be cool. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this up because I made my little circles, my little marks, and I'm going to grab my drill, and I'm just going to make very minute holes here. And make sure, of course, that you have the right size drill bit. Brush out that stuff in here. And I'm getting these in just at the right time because I was really getting to the point that I was making some permanent or close to permanent scratches. Last thing to do is just to install the shelf, or the actual shelf part itself. And I just used wood screws that were included to put in the bottom piece. And now there's these little decorative other screws. And with these kind of screws, I forgot to mention in the beginning, you do want a regular manual screwdriver because these screws are very easy to over tighten, and you could potentially strip them. And that's it. And there's our drawer. Isn't that awesome? I think it's pretty awesome. It rolls nicely. I can't wait to load it up with stuff. I got 3 installed. Let me show you. Now, I had ordered 4. Very sadly, one of them was missing a piece, so I'm not able to put the final one on. But I did get all of these others put in, so I'm pretty thrilled about that. So I am a tiny bit disappointed that I didn't get to install all of those rolling drawers, but as you could see, it drastically improved my kitchen. I don't know if you could really see. Okay, so there's those cabinets, and since you'll be able to see this one better, now I can actually get to everything that's in the back. It's hugely convenient. Whoops. I discovered that I can store some stuff underneath these too, because you do lose a little bit of space, probably about 2 inches of height, but to me it's totally worth it. And I have cutting boards stored under the drawers on this side, and then I did some stuff that obviously doesn't fit quite as well as I thought it did on that side. But it's worlds better, and I'm really looking forward to getting to finish here so I can talk to you again. I'm really looking forward to getting to finish and put in the final rolling drawer. So really, I hope that you could see that there's really nothing to that. It's going to take you way longer to clean out your cabinets and then reorganize them than it is to actually install those drawers. Those drawers were like that. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I just hope to see you again soon. I don't know what we're doing next time, but we'll figure something out. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Thanks again for joining me today, and I will see you soon.